Ever notice how you can be in a room full of people and feel completely alone? As if there's a wall around you that no one else can see. It feels like everyone is watching you, judging every little thing. We walk around thinking we're separate, just us, inside our own heads, looking out at a strange and sometimes unfriendly world. And we believe all those other people, all those events out there, have the power to ruin our peace, to knock us off balance and make us feel truly, deeply unsettled. But what if this whole picture is wrong? This story of me against the world? What if it's just a misunderstanding we've taken too seriously? You see, being bothered by someone has very little to do with them. It has everything to do with the story you're telling yourself. The real reason is much simpler and a lot more interesting to look at. Think about a single tree in a great forest. It might feel that it stands alone, but ancient wisdom teaches us that underneath the soil, its roots are woven together with all the other trees. The tree isn't separate from the forest. It is the forest expressing itself in that one spot. Yet, we live our lives like that single tree, believing we are all on our own. We feel like we are trapped inside this body, looking out at a world that seems random and often hostile. So when someone says something critical or doesn't act how we expect, it feels like an attack on our very self. But here's something to notice. You can't truly be attacked by something you are already connected to. If this idea speaks to you, you might consider walking this path with us. Subscribe to our community and let's explore this together. It's a journey of observation, not of fighting. Think about it like this. When you look in a mirror and the reflection makes a strange face, do you get angry at the mirror? Do you try to fix the face by pushing on the glass? Of course not. You know it's just reflecting you. The people who annoy us, the ones who seem to push our buttons, they are just like that mirror. They are showing us something within ourselves that we haven't been willing to see yet. Plain and simple. I am the stillness, not the story. If you're ready to see beyond your own stories, write that in the comments below to make it real for yourself. Now, think about a splinter in your finger. You know that sharp, nagging pain. But here's what's worth noticing. The pain isn't really coming from the tiny piece of wood. The pain comes from your own body resisting it. Your skin tightens around it, gets inflamed, fights it. It's your own flesh creating the suffering by saying, "This doesn't belong here." It's the exact same when someone's words bother you. The sting isn't in their words. It's in your own mind tightening around them, resisting them. Saying, "That's not right. I refuse to be seen that way." But what are you refusing? You're refusing what is happening. You're arguing with reality, telling it how it should be. And let's be honest. How often do you win an argument with reality? It's the source of so much of our inner struggle. We all carry these ideas about ourselves, these little labels. I am kind. I am smart. I am a calm person. When someone treats us in a way that doesn't fit our label, it feels like a crisis. The story we tell ourselves feels threatened. So it has to fight back. It has to make the other person wrong, so our story can feel right. But the funny thing is, this fixed story of me isn't real. You are not a stone statue. You are more like a river. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago, or even yesterday? Your thoughts change, your body changes, your feelings change. Everything flows. So what is this fixed you that you are defending so hard? When you look for it, really look, you find there's nothing solid there. And when you see that clearly, the need to be defensive just starts to melt away. How can you defend a cloud? Here's another way to see it. You can't be generous if there's no one to be generous to. You can't be patient unless something is testing your patience. Do you see? All these qualities we think we have only exist in connection with others. We are not separate beings with fixed labels. We are part of a constantly changing dance of relationships. The people who bother you, they aren't separate. They're part of your dance. They are helping you see who you are in this very moment. Let me share a simple observation. A man is on a boat, peacefully floating down a river. Suddenly, Another boat crashes into his. He jumps up, furious. He starts shouting at the person in the other boat, but then he sees the other boat is empty. It just broke free and drifted. In that instant, all his anger vanishes. The problem with his own boat is still there, but the story about being personally attacked is gone. Now ask yourself this: what if all the boats are empty? What if every person who bothers you is just an empty boat, drifting along on the currents of their own life, their own habits, their own unnoticed pains? What if no one is actually trying to get you? It's just happenings, like the weather. It doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. You still deal with the damaged boat. But you can do it from a place of clarity, not from a place of anger. You don't need the story about a bad guy. When you see this, really see it, everything becomes different. The critic, the person being criticized, the annoying one, the one feeling annoyed. They are just two movements in the same dance. So what do we do with this? The practice is not to bottle up your feelings. That's just another form of resistance. The practice is to allow. When that feeling of irritation rises, that heat in your chest, don't push it away. Instead, get curious. Say to yourself, here is the feeling of being bothered. Interesting. Where is it in my body? What does it feel like? When you give the feeling space, when you meet it with calm attention instead of a fight, it loses its power over you. You shift from being caught in the storm to watching the storm from a safe place. You are not your feelings. You are the awareness that feels them. This is the most practical skill you can build. Old wisdom teaches us to see the suchness of things, to see things as they are, without our stories layered on top. Can you see the person who bothers you like you'd watch a rainstorm? It's just what's happening. That person who is always critical. A critical person criticizes. It's their habit. Just like a dog barks. It's not personal. It's just their nature at this moment, shaped by things you'll never know. Seeing this allows for compassion. Not looking down on them, but recognizing we are all in the same boat, just trying our best with the tools we have. So the real heart of it is this: the way to not be bothered by anyone isn't to build thicker walls. It's to see that there's no separate you that needs protecting in the first place. You are not a little piece of the world. You are the whole world looking out through your eyes. The person who annoys you is also the world looking out through their eyes. When this understanding sinks in, not just as an idea, but as a feeling, you become free. You can still play your part in life, feel all your feelings, but you are not trapped. It's like becoming like water. Water doesn't fight the rocks in the river. It flows around them, over them, with them. In this way, it remains itself, always flowing, always free. You allow life's disturbances to come. You feel them. You let them move through you like ripples on a lake, and then you return to your own natural stillness. You don't ignore them. You give them space to be, but you don't invite them to stay. This journey is a return to stillness. If you're ready to continue this path of finding your own inner calm, subscribe. This is just the beginning. The goal isn't to never be bothered again. That's impossible. The goal is to see that even when you are bothered, the deep, quiet part of you remains completely untouched, completely at peace. You are the watcher. You are the space. And that can never be disturbed.